And this is a really good example of a network really tapping into kind of the in-the-know culture of Tumblr. And so AMC premiered the very first episode of their new show, *Halt and Catch Fire*, on Tumblr. It was on Tumblr exclusively for 2 weeks. And this was really groundbreaking for a network because they weren't afraid of this action cannibalizing their linear tune-in. You know, we did the similar things when I was at HBO, and it's so smart for a network to understand that they can reach these digital users and have them talking about and raising awareness for their show without being worried about cannibalizing tune-in. And you know, we saw that after they did this, we did a study with Ipsos, and there was a 66% lift in *Halt and Catch Fire* conversation on Tumblr and awareness versus on other platforms. So my next example is Entertainment Tonight. You know, everyone in this room knows and respects Entertainment Tonight as one of the leading entertainment news brands, but it's not necessarily a millennial brand. So what they did was so interesting and just so smart for an established brand. They created a completely divergent digital strategy on Tumblr. So they started their Tumblr about 12 weeks ago now, and they used the Fandom Metrics, which is our way of kind of tracking the conversations on Tumblr on a week-over-week basis. So we show you what's trending in TV shows, in movies, in celebrities, and music, etc. And they took that conversation and they made their content part of the conversation. So this is one of their top trending GIFs right now. It's gotten an insane number of shares, and it's just, you know, they knew what was happening on the platform. They knew Angelina was trending that week, and they created a GIF around it. And it did really well for them. And just in that 10-week period, they've seen an organic audience of 16 million. So it's a really smart way to take an established brand and bring it to a new user base. And the other interesting thing they did is they pulled content from Tumblr and incorporated it into the show. So every week they did an integration of Tumblr content into their linear program to kind of bring a little bit of their fresh new audience to their show. So my last example is The Voice. We all love The Voice in social because they're awesome at social. So 2 seasons ago, and you know, this was a great example of a network and a show understanding that they need to be tapping into the core competency of a platform. So The Voice reached out to Tumblr creators. So our creators are digital influencers in their own right. They're artists who are really well known on Tumblr, and they have a really strong following and user base already. And they incentivize them to create content for The Voice. This is from Trace Loops and Cindy Swen, who are 2 of our really well-known artists. And then that art was featured on air. And it's so interesting to give those users a voice on a different platform, and it's such a great way to reach a new audience, and they're doubling down on this, and we've just announced that we're doing this again next week. So, you know, what does this all mean? What does it mean to you? You know, Tumblr is really just the place to connect with content. It's not about connecting with people you know or people you're friendly with. It's about going to connect around your passion points and going to talk about fandoms and the things you love. And for the people in this room who are creating content every day that has a fandom already, it's really the place where you can go, and Tumblr is really important to you to connect with your users.